when you want to get clear on where you want to be and what that looks like, there's nothing better than being visual about it. And that's one of the things that I do. And actually, it's a great exercise that my clients like to do. Some of them like to do it, and some of them think it's a chore. But once they get into it, they really understand the concept and the value that it brings to your own mind. So here's what I suggest: is that you get yourself a big piece of white Bristol board, and you get out all the magazines you can find. Borrow them from people that don't want them anymore, because you're going to be cutting them up. And just look through them, leaf through them very casually, but anything that jumps out at you, and it could be anything. On my board, I love fireplaces, and I have this amazing fireplace that I picture myself with, sitting there and relaxing and having my coffee and reading my ton of books that I love. I have a bookcase that is in my thoughts, in my future, that I want floor to ceiling, and I wall to wall books. And that's I found actually a picture of that, and I cut that out, and that's on my board. I've also got a car that I want someday that's on there. Even the color that I want. It's very important to get really in depth in this, allowing yourself to think really outside of your normal thoughts. Not, oh, how would I ever afford this, or gee, I'll never make enough money to live there, or how could I possibly live in France, but maybe you want to live in France. So that's the thing to look for. I have a client actually that's why I brought up France. She wants to live in France, and she has no idea how she's going to do it. And I told her, well, start thinking about France, and she did. And now she listens to beautiful French music in her car. She bought a CD, and she's learning the French language, and she's picking out books about traveling to France, and she's got a chalet that she pictures herself living in the French Riviera. It sounds like maybe that's a pipe dream, but that's her vision. And the more she sees it, the more she lives into it, the more she becomes it, the more it's going to happen. And I have faith that these things do happen. That's that law of attraction. When you get clear on what you want and visualize what you want, the law of attraction really pulls into play. It's happened for me over and over and over again in my coaching practice. It brings me the clients that I really enjoy working with. It gets me the places that I need to be to tell people about building these wonderful relationships in their lives, and just being visual. It's a really good exercise. And get your kids to do it as well. They'll have a lot of fun, actually, and they may not look to long-term goals and visions that they have themselves, but that's okay. It'll get them into practice, and it'll be a fun thing that you can do as a family. And you know what? As long as you don't put limitations, as long as you don't keep saying to yourself, well, how could I possibly do that? And, don't even put time frames on things, because the universe just allows those things to come in. The minute you start thinking about it and living it and breathing it and just accepting it as part of your life, it comes.